Well, I decided I'd more or less take a pause on the houndsman end of things, at least the line hunting, because I have 3 young kids, and we have decided that we think it's going to be the best opportunity for our kids to go to Texas. We're going to try Texas, and we just don't align with what is happening political wise and just community wise within Colorado.
Was that before 127, after 127, or just in general?
It was a mixture of all of the above. We'd spent quite a bit of time in Texas fishing, bass fishing, whatnot down there, and my wife and I both really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the weather. Right now is probably about the hottest time of the year down there, so I'm not really looking forward to going down there now, but other than that, the change of scenery is awesome. So it was there before.
That's huge.
Which is concerning, right?
Extremely.
Because here in Colorado, there's a lot of, game and sportsmen and women, and these are things that we should be paying attention to.
Right.
And the thing that I look at is something like that sparking a light bulb of you're somebody of the community, you have another business that'll stay here, it'll still be alive and well, but to spark somebody like you to think to go somewhere else is concerning to me, right?
Me personally, I think it's one of those deals where we are the first generation that's had it. Is it easy? We have it better than any other generation that's ever preceded us. And we're also probably the first generation amongst most of us that don't have a close relative that did not ranch or did not farm. I can remember growing up, all my buddies, even myself, we had close family members that had those if we didn't have them ourselves.
Right.
So there was the knowledge and the basis and the respect of the Western lifestyle, if you will. And I think we are starting to lose that. I don't know if it's a battle that is already lost. I think with, the help of Dan Gates has been instrumental, as well as everybody else that's ever come to the table and donated just $1 to a cause, or even stopped and thought about, shooting's not that bad. Well, I really don't want to go kill an elk, but I'd like to learn how to shoot. Well, you don't have to kill anything to be able to enjoy.
Right.
So I think we need to kind of come back full circle and do more education than the fighting back and forth.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's a lost battle. There's, we talked earlier on the Colorado Bow Hunters Association and their jamboree. There's nothing about that. I imagine there's guys out there that don't hunt, but they go out there because they like shooting targets with their friends and they like shooting their bow. That's fine.
Yeah. They need to be part of that conversation to keep Colorado the way it is then.
Yes.
Yeah.
And maybe not necessarily keep it the way it is, make it better.
I like that.
We have, in the western states, and this is something that I've recently thought about, actually due to trespassers on our property. But a lot of these people, I think, come from out of state and they hear, well, the western states have all this public land. And we do, we have a bunch.
Yeah.
But what are the proper ways of getting to it? And just because there's not a fence around something or not a sign doesn't mean it's public.
Right.
So the education is huge on this battle, and I think great things are being done with that. But I definitely don't think it's a losing battle.
Yeah.
I just
It's gonna
think
be a tough one.
It is. I think for me and my family right now, I don't know if this is the right move or the wrong move, but I'm never going to know if it's the wrong one or the right one unless I try it.
Yeah.
So something that you touched on seems to be that we're one of the first generations that's kind of removed from ranching. Do you also feel like we're one of the first generations that's removed from having somebody who is a hunter in their family?
Yes, 100%. We have to keep these things going, and that is why there are activities such as the Ted Nugent Camp for Kids to be able to bring kids that are not able, their parents don't hunt, they live in Denver or Colorado Springs, but it's a way to get our younger generation out and be able to inform them of this is what a elk call is, and this is how you use it, and this is what we have elk for. And they have at the Camp for Kids there, they have several different stations of learning for the youth. There's trapping, there's of course the houndsman in it, there's fishing. Some of those kids have never picked up a fishing pole, and here they're able, and we can show them why we hunt, why we fish. It's enjoyable, but the basis is because we eat.
Yeah.
And we have to. That's what we have to do to survive.
Yeah.
And it's not so much as a hunter, the take is 1% of the whole, as it is as a whole, right? So houndsmen, 99.9% of the time, it's dog training, it's dog food, it's
the right dog food.
The right dog food, right? It's the training up dogs, it's literally running lions, going to the tree. This isn't something that occurs just from the comfort of a chair in your house.
Right.
You're out there running roads, trying to track lions, right? And then from there, 1 mile, 5 miles, 10 miles of hiking, right?
At the bare minimum.
Yeah. So, and like you said earlier, multiple days.
Yeah.
And the last 1% of this, 0.1%, is maybe the take of an animal. So you have all that time, effort, knowledge put into this, and it's so much more than the take.
Yeah.
Personally, and I don't know if you feel this way or not, when I take something, I'm like, dang, season's over.
Yes.
I get to enjoy this food. I respect the animal. There's a definite piece there that I don't know if it's a just human genetic thing or what, but I look at it as, now I get to eat this, and I will enjoy this animal for the rest of the year.
Yeah. It's a gift.
Yeah.
A hard-earned gift.
And you look at it, even, at that same level, you look at the friendships that it brings you,
yeah.
the community, the people that you meet, good, better, and different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And even with the guys that you run into that, you don't get along with, it's a bad interaction. There's very few of those.
Mm-hmm.
There's more good times, good friends, more bonds made, and more knowledge. I mean, you walk through the woods with somebody that you haven't, and they're going to teach you something.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much more than just the end result of the kill. And even after the kill and after you get it home and after you process it, there's so much more there. I mean, What are you going to make with it? You green chili, you start looking up recipes, you talk to different people. Well, try this, try that. It goes so much farther beyond that.
There's another
that
conversation
1%.
and just the preparation too.
Yes.
Wow.
I think a lot of people don't talk about that too, is the conversations that are had in the woods.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's been $1 million ideas that have been totally forgotten before you get out.
Yeah. I do have to ask this. When I first started thinking about a lion hunt, taking the test, thinking about the use of dogs, it crossed my mind as like, this potentially has a wonderful reward at the end of it. But it crossed my mind, and I know people are thinking it. I know that one person that is watching this might be thinking it too. Is like, what about the potential for cruelty or inhumane? How do you describe to somebody that already has their mind made up that this is an inhumane way to hunt, as a method of take for both the dog, which we've already talked about, how they're pampered, how they're taken care of, how they're trained, how they're treated, and how it potentially could be inhumane and not respecting the lion. How would you phrase that to somebody that, obviously you've talked about them, the lions, at the end when they are treed, or they're comfortable, like until they feel 100% threatened, they may not react, or they may not, like, how do you know that in your gut and in the visual that you get from them, that you know that this is the best way for us to manage that type of an animal, and for the process of us keeping mountain lions as strong as they are in the state?